gross. Goodness, did it make me smile.
I don't think so.
It's done! Well, a cozy salutation to you, dear watcher. Welcome to another vlog. In this one, we get up to a lot. We do some ice skating, which is very exciting. Do a little bit of drawing, lots of crocheting, and then more crocheting. We have some good, hearty, wholesome, wintry food, 99% of it made by my husband, who I shall refer to from now on as Mr. B. And we have some overall wintry, vloggy goodness. So, make yourself a cozy drink, sit back and enjoy, and I'll chat to you later. Whew, that was great fun. I'm sufficiently sweaty, which is good. This is the first time that I've been able to just sort of skate just round and round, which has been amazing. And I know that I've improved because my very first time, I've had 2 lessons and 1 practice basically. My very first time, or my only time practicing, it would be like 25 past and I'll think, oh, I'll do one more turn around the rink and then I'll be done. And I'll do a turn around the rink and it's a good 3, 4, 5 minutes later. Whereas now I do it in less than a minute, which is so exciting. And there were these 2 young girls on the rink, probably late teens, which is scary to say that they are now youths because I still feel like I'm a youth, but anyway. And they were literally hugging the side of the, whatever you call the wall or whatever it is, as if they'd not skated before, like literally dragging themselves across. And I was practicing this new thing that I learned in my lesson last week, which is basically just skating on one leg. You bend your knees, you turn the one leg back and you sort of push off and you sort of just skate on one leg. But I'm doing it very slowly and barely lifting my leg, and I basically just bend, push, bend, push. So I must have looked like a real wally. And I happened to catch one of their eyes and smiled at them because they looked at me, and she said, "Oh, you look really good, by the way." And I was like, "Oh, thanks. I've only been learning for 2 weeks." And they were like, "Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And obviously it made me feel really good. And I was like, "Are you just being nice because I look like a real wally, or do you mean it?" But of course, an hour later, they are skating just as well as I am, picked up loads of speed. So they definitely have not necessarily youth, but a lack of the fear of falling on their side, I think. Or maybe they just don't care, which works as well. But yeah, great fun. I'm really happy. So I've just got to work, so I'll just say this really quickly. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in the vlog, but it's just something that I want to remember. I posted my very first vlog 2 days ago on Sunday, and the next morning, yesterday, as I was walking down the stairs heading to my car for work, I saw that there was a comment on my video. A few people had watched it. I think I got about 20 views, which was very exciting. And somebody commented, if I do put this in the vlog, I'll pop it up somewhere. And my goodness, did it make me smile. I was literally like walking like that to the car because it just made me so happy, because my biggest goal was to create something cozy and comfortable and relaxing to watch, and somebody thought that that was the case, and it made me so happy. So thank you. So I've just had my skating lesson. It's Tuesday, so my 3rd lesson now, and I don't feel great about it. Obviously I spent a whole hour yesterday practicing. I felt like I really got good at picking up speed, and then I got on the ice today and I was really wobbly, and I was doing these things called lemons where you sort of go out in yesterday, and all of a sudden I couldn't do them today. And I do have to take into consideration that it's a different rink, different skates. They're rental skates, so they're like skating with bricks on your feet, really. So I should be a little bit kinder to myself, but I think also perhaps my body's tired, my brain is tired. I did come away from the lesson with new stuff to practice and new advice that I think is going to help me with a lot of stuff that I'm trying to learn at the moment, which is good. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and chat about it, because I was so looking forward to it, and I'd done so much practicing, and I was so looking forward to impressing the teachers and stuff, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. The main reason that I started ice skating lessons is because I have always wanted to be able to go to an ice rink at Christmas and not be utterly terrified, and just be able to just skate around the rink comfortably. And I think I'm getting there, so I'm going to keep that in my mind when I'm lying awake tonight feeling terrible about the lesson that didn't go so well, and just trying to remember that I've come so far in only 3 weeks, and I still have another 4 or 5 to go, plus I can practice as much as I like or as little as I like. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come on and chat about that. I think perhaps I got lost in the mindset that I felt like I was getting good at something, and that made me feel good, which is great, but at the same time I didn't start lessons to become a professional skater. I started lessons so that I could have fun on the rink and not be petrified. So I think I need to remember that in my next lesson or my next practice session, that I'm not there that I'm not there to be the best or to get better or to be professional. I'm not even there to get good. I'm just there to have fun, so that whenever I go ice skating, I'm comfortable enough to have fun. And I just need to remember that. So my dear watchers, I am still working on my skull jumper. I am very happy to say that if you make it to the end of the vlog, you will see a finished jumper, which is very exciting. Here I very much just have the sleeves left to do, and basically I'm doing the sleeves in the round straight onto the jumper as opposed to creating panels and then sewing them on, which is very cool because that means I'm very nearly done. So for the sleeves I am doing a simple granny stitch, which is just 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and you do those 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't if you don't know crochet, but if you do, I'm sure it does. I hope. Anyway, so I'm just getting to the end of the round here because I'm doing the sleeves all together as opposed to doing panels, and I'll go through what I do. So I slip stitch into the top of the first stitch of the last granny cluster, as you might call it. Slip stitch, cool. Then I chain one, and instead of doing a chain 2 or 3 to get to the height of a double crochet, I do a single crochet, and then I go into the first little loop in the single crochet and create another single crochet, which then makes a double crochet, and then I carry on. And this just saves having to do a chain or a double chain or triple chain. Not that that's any easier or harder. In fact, a chain will probably be a lot less work. However, I think it's a much more cohesive look. So yeah.
Not a good start, Miranda. I don't think I can say I'm embarking on writing a life manual for all humans. Who do I think I am? And if you know me at all, you know I'd only want to call it the Morannual. Right, start again. That thoughts are actual matter. They are made of proteins and chemicals. Yes, our thoughts are actual things. So, if we repeatedly align with negative thoughts, they will strengthen, form a long-term memory, and lead to a toxic stress response. Basically, what we think about actually grows. Mind-blowing. Sharing vulnerably often frees others, and helping another always reduces fear. I was happily stopping some of the micro ways I hid, and that can affect, amazingly, our health. I mean, get this, I even asked restaurants to turn the music down if I need to, and I would happily ask for food to be taken back if it wasn't hot enough. I'm almost not British anymore.
I've never heard of that challenge. I thought you only just put it in your mouth.
You put it in, close your lips fully, and then take it back out.
Okay. Oh no! I'm gonna try again.
This is Jeff, okay, go for that. Okay.
You do it. I've never heard of that challenge. That's gross.
It's supposed to look like you haven't got one in your mouth. Turn it round. Turn it round.
This way.
Stop eating it.
You're gonna be in my vlog.
You have to blur me.
Okay.
I don't want to get too famous.
Hmm?
I don't want to be too famous.
Yeah. How did you? Is he on Focus on the leaf. Are you trying to make it aesthetic? It looks good. Okay, what's in it?
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
cottage cheese, roasted peppers, garlic, a little bit of oregano and pepper.
And one's gone, so they just can't be choosers, eh? Do you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, it's
What?
the road between me adjustment. But on the other hand, it's given me some clarity to understand Nicole is the one for me. At least
I don't think so.
one, it's something maybe new I already knew. That makes sense. You make my day, and I'm about to.
I have got something for you though. I'm a little worried that the wicker is going to be like splintery.
You know how people often talk about floor trolls? I give you mattress goblin. It's the only way, well, it's not the only way that I can crochet, but it's the most comfortable way to crochet on the bed. It just is what it is. Anyway, not why I turned the camera on. I finished! I'm not finished, but I'm finished. I'm finished! I have to weave in all the myriad of ends. There's like literally loads. Usually I weave in ends as I go, but because I knew there was a possibility of having to take stuff out, I didn't this time. Am I shaking the camera? Yes, I am. And I do need to block it. I need to block it. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I've never blocked something so big before. And I live in a flat, so it's really hard. Like, things take forever to dry. And it's the middle of winter. But we do have a dehumidifier, so that could help. Finished. Well, not finished, but finished.
Easier when you have a bunch of stitches in there, but like in the beginning I was like, I don't know which one it is in like the first row or two, you know? And then you get it down. With the increases, I think I messed up on.
My husband is watching Smallville. Anyway, it's done. It's done. Oh, it's so cute. I love it so much. I'm definitely still going to block it. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that because being in a flat, things take so long to dry, and it's really cold now as well. So I'm thinking instead of completely submersing it in water, I might spray it and then just pin it a little bit, because really the only thing is that this is a little bit wobbly and sort of needs to be just straightened out a bit, but everything else I think sits really nicely. So yeah, really happy with it. I'm hoping that I can get some nice shots of it outside on a walk somewhere pretty, but the weather's been monumentally rubbish for a week now, So fingers crossed I can, and if I do I will insert it, but if not, it's done. I'm so happy. It's my first ever jumper. I've made a hat, I've made what do you call it, what's the name for crochet stuffed animals? I can't remember. I've made little things, but I never made a jumper and I never made something so big, so I'm very happy and I'm very proud, and I think it is so cute. And actually I'm gonna go straight into starting on my Christmas vest, so I'll see you there. Alright, my dear watchers, I did indeed do as I said and went straight on to making my Christmas vest. If you saw vlog number 2, you'll know what the design looks like and what it is hopefully going to look like, should I finish it. I say that because it is currently the 14th of December and I am very, very behind. Lots has happened in between the footage taken in this vlog and now, and I also decided to enter an art challenge. Why? I thought that was a good idea during a busy time when I've already given myself such a huge project. I couldn't say, but here we are. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the next vlog has in store for both you or me. Hopefully I'll be finishing a Christmas fest in time for Christmas. At this point it's anybody's gamble, so I'll see you there.